Have you ever wondered what makes a top player better than most? It's not always new deck ideas or grinding matches for experience. It often comes down to many concepts and ideas that are all put together to give a player a larger chance to win. I want to share these concepts and ideas with you. Some are simple to implement, and some are much more complex and secretive. Every short video I put in this playlist will inform you and show you how you can even the playing field between you and the top players. Today we'll be discussing the importance of hand shuffling. Hand shuffling is when you shuffle your hand while playing to randomize the cards you are holding. Many times on streams and YouTube videos of gameplay, you will see many players complain about the excessive hand shuffling and little gameplay. They are correct in the amount of hand shuffling is excessive, but they are not realizing that this is an important concept to utilize. Let me elaborate. I will use GOAT format for examples because of its slower pace and obvious uses of the idea. However, this applies to any game that adds cards to the hand or has mechanics or cards to take cards from someone's hand. The problem with most people shuffling is that it doesn't move the cards around enough. Did you see where the serpent was? Let's watch this again. This is a very common style of hand shuffling. The problem is, it's more out of habit than randomizing. The serpent will move from one side of the hand to the other and back. You can watch it and follow the card, and we will know where it will be. Even though I'm shuffling slower than normal, this is an ineffective way to shuffle your hand. You should never sort your hand. This allows your opponent to guess how many of each kind of card you are holding, and if they have a card to take something from your hand, they will know what they might be able to hit. The best way to shuffle is to randomize all of the shuffling techniques you can, such as this one is moving the middle cards around. You can use this technique on any card in your hand, but generally the middle 2 or 4 can be swapped around. The best technique to hide any information is to shuffle them in a single pile in your hand. It's impossible to tell where you are grabbing the pile, and completely randomizes your hand. In this example, I summon Skilled White Magician and attack. Let's say my opponent uses Compulsory Evacuation Device to return it to my hand. I draw another Skilled White Magician and summon it. This mistake reveals that I have 2 Skilled White Magicians. If I had shuffled my hand after I drew, my opponent would just think this is the same Skilled White Magician that they returned to my hand. But now they know one of my 5 cards in my hand, and can make more judgment calls on what I can do. Here are some examples of cards in GOAT format that add to your hand, giving information on what you might do in upcoming turns and plays. And here are the cards that can take cards away from you and limit what you can do. They are also more effective because of the information you can get from them, as well as what you can choose when you have information on your opponent's hand. These cards are the reason hiding information is very important. Information is very important in any card game. It allows you to predict, play around, and trap your opponent. Many cards in old formats and current reveal information such as adding cards to your hand or retrieving cards from the graveyard. This concept is even more important when there is a card in the meta that can take cards out of your hand. Be sure to randomize your cards any chance you have, but be sure to switch up how you randomize them so your opponent can't follow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.